Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm here with some more Direwolf20, and guys, today we've got some cool things planned. First thing we've got planned today is let's encode this, is to work on our farms, which are extraordinarily efficient. So we need to get that going. And I also want to make these blank pattern upgrades just basically because, you know, we don't have things. Are we out of iron? Really? Wow. But basically, what I have planned is to work on our farms, and I want to fix them up, make everything dandy with them, because things can get kind of out of hand when it gets to farm creating. So I want to clean it up. I want to fully automate every farm, have everything running properly, and whatnot. So let's see what kind of pattern is now. All right, next, let's cancel it. Pattern. Let's pull one out, and let's tell it to craft another 10. What's it missing? It's got its iron. Oh, no, it doesn't. Pattern. Begin. Cancel that. It hates us. See, it's not telling me it's missing anything. Oh, there's no room in this. That's a problem. Let's go take those out. There we go. Alright, so we're going to tell it to craft 10 now. 5, and then it's going to run out of something, and it needs glass. So that's where I got that extra glass. And now it's out of room again. So let's take those out, and let's see. There's our 10 that we needed. Perfect. Now, I want to teach this guy how to create some drives. So let's go ME storage. I wanted to teach him, or let's just go storage. Let's teach it how to make a 16K storage cell. So that means we need to teach it how to make one of these. And code, whoops. Clear. We need to teach it how to make one of these. And code. We need to teach it how to make one of these. Encode. One storage segment, one storage cell. Then we need the storage block. I keep doing it. Encode, so that's storage segment, storage block. And then we need to teach it how to encode this. And that should be good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to teach it, oops, this guy has to go in here. Now we're going to teach it how to make, that's running out of power. I'm going to teach it how to make these. So first we're going to teach you how to make that. Oh my god, if I misclick that again, I might kill somebody. Encode. Then we're going to teach it how to make one of these. Encode. Perfect. So really we need to get our ME system connected up to the overall power source, but that would be soon. Alright, so let's see. I have basic. Nope, see, so I don't. So I tell it to craft 10. We're going to begin. And it seems I'm missing items. What can I be missing? Oh, space in the guy, of course. Let's take something else out. And what are we missing out of it? Oh, nothing. So, what are they called? There they are. So they spawn right there. Now, we are going to get something set up that will automatically tell it to smelt. And we'll get that going. But that is somewhat soon. I need to find where the zombie's banging on my door. Or maybe it's not. Huh. Anyway, oh, there's that zombie. But let's sleep. I'm not a morph. Alright, let's sleep. And then we are going to finish this up. So I want to get this extra storage cell mainly because life gets full and we need storage. So let's grab those 10 of these. We're going to go tell it to smelt. And then we need the advanced one as well, don't we? Smelt that up. Then we need the advanced. We need one of these. Whoops, only one. Begin. And what am I missing? Redstone. Okay. Well, we're going to go like that. And advanced. There we go. We got one advanced. Alright. So let's grab these 10 from up here. We're probably going to end up needing more, unfortunately, but let's see what we can make out of it. Let's make ourselves 16k. Alright, let's make this. Whoops. We want the 16k. And we're going to tell it to begin crafting 1. So now it's going to tell us what we're missing. So we're missing a storage segment. Oh, no, currently crafting. So we're missing an advanced processor. Let's see, advanced. Assembly, doesn't that have to be cooked? I believe this has to be cooked. Yeah. There's that, there's that. You guys can see these things get very nicely, so you can see now it's missing some more of those and that. So we need the basic. We're going to tell it to craft, we'll say 10 more of these. Alright, what's it missing now? Next. We're missing silicone. Well, why don't we teach it? Oh, we can't teach it how to make silicone, so we need, or we can't quite yet. So we need, what is it, service dust. And we'll make some more silicone. That's a pulverizer. That's not what we want, but that's what we want. I'll throw some more iron here. But you guys get the general idea of what I'm doing. It's all auto crafting, and I talked about it a few episodes ago, so you guys should get it now. So I'm going to get the storage cell made, and I'll be back once we are ready to finish the crafting process. And let's see, 16k, there it is. ME 16k storage drive. Now, we have a bunch more storage. Awesome. Because now I can actually leave materials in here indefinitely, which is great. And it's awesome to see that we're starting to get items and crafting recipes in here because that's longly needed. I also like that we taught it how to auto-craft the patterns because those are also very much needed. Now, one thing I want to check, so it sees it's using 41 EU a tick, and it's also not gaining EU for some reason. And I'm really not sure why, because this guy seems to be outputting, so I'm not really sure. What I'm tempted on doing, though, is taking this guy, which is just about out of power, even though it's got 2 million. I'm tempted on taking it and moving it, but that will be a process for a different time. So what I want to do now is we were working on, or I was talking about making myself some of these upgrades for a nice little, or a chest upgrade. So I want to auto-encode these chest upgrades. So let's go chest upgrade. I want to teach it to go from a, let's see, a wood to something. Wood to iron upgrade. I want to teach it how to do that. So encode that. Then I want to teach it to do, is that wood to iron? Then I want diamond, no. Silver, no. Iron to gold upgrade. Then I want to teach it how to do a gold to diamond upgrade. Then I want to teach it how to do a diamond, gold, no, I want a diamond to obsidian encode. So I'm going to teach it all those 4 recipes. Now let's grab some wood from upstairs. We'll grab a little bit of it. And a basic little process even as doing this wood, we need to teach it how to make planks as well, because it's going to get confused if there's regular wood in there, but there's not planks. The machine is a little bit behind, but we can throw this stuff in here. And let's see, we need to teach it how to make wood. Now let's clear that. Let's grab wood. And we're going to encode it just like that. Encode. That goes in there. And perfect. So now what I want to do is chest. And I want to tell it to make ourselves a, let's go chest. I want a wood to iron. I want one of those. Then I want iron to gold. I want one of those. Then I want, what's wrong? What's missing with this? You don't need locust wood. Oh no, please don't tell me I encoded that with the locust wood encodement. Let's see, wood. Where's the wood one? Wood to copper. Alright, we need to grab regular wood. Alright, then this goes in here. in here. And I want these copper ingots just to be the industrial, or copper. So the fact that there's an issue, I guess, that can be an issue with all the different kinds of... Oh, no. Alright, encode that. And let's grab the other wood one. And we can trash that wood one. ME pattern. See, that's a... Oh, that's a wood to copper I just made. Crap. Doesn't matter. We're out of power in here anyway. What's going on? Huh. Does this guy really draw that much power? Maybe. Okay. Well, anyway, we just made the iron. So, let's get rid of this. We're going to want to go from here. So we want to make another pattern. ME. What are they called? Blank pattern? Oh, you know what? It's not hooked up. There we go. So we're going to go +1. There's that. I want to put that in there. Then I want to tell it. So I want that kind of wood, except with that wood in there. So now encode that. And if you come up here, place that in there. Alright, so let's grab chest upgrade. We want a wood to iron. Wood to iron. So begin that. Oops. And then we want gold to diamond. Begin that. Then diamond to obsidian. Alright, so what are we missing for the obsidian? Wait, no. Clear that. Just a piece of obsidian. Not too bad, other than the fact that we don't have a bucket. Let's see. Alright, fill that up. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to clear this out here, and we should be able to get that. Now, I know there's a lot of stalling at the beginning of this episode, and that's because I want to get some of these cool auto-crafting things to make, but there we go. So we got one of everything, one of all the different chest upgrades. So now, I'm okay with heading into the Nexus and start building. So let's grab chest, and this is why I made all these upgrades. I'll show you right now. If we head into the Nexus right here, let's head over. You guys can see the farm that we currently have in place will look like this. And it won't run because this chest right here is completely full. Well, what should we do about that? Well, why don't we start doing some upgrades? So we need the wood to iron upgrade. Then we need the iron to gold. Then we need the gold to diamond. Then we need the diamond to obsidian. And there you go, you guys see the size of this is vastly increased. And now that we have an obsidian chest in here, it should be going much more efficiently. Awesome, exactly how I wanted it. Alright, so what I want to do next is I want to automate this farm completely and change the edges a little bit. So I'm going to shut off the planter, and I'm going to tell it to get rid of all these things. The only thing is, I think I might have to do it from underneath. Whoops. Let's get around. Alright, let's shut off this planter here. And, oh gosh, I swear. Bat mode, this is why we savor you. Alright, we're going to shut off the planter here. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tell it no longer to plant, because I want this guy to clear out and be clear so that I can have access to it. But one thing I want to do is I want to upgrade, or downgrade the upgrade in here. I guess that's a way. You can see we have an emerald upgrade, which is a radius of 11. Well, I want to downgrade that, and I want to make the upgrade to be much smaller. Only 5 would be enough. well, if it's, yeah, 5 on each side should be more than enough for what we need. And we can use that 11 upgrade for something else. So let's head back and let's go and teach it. Not even teach it, let's just do some upgrades. So let's just grab a upgrade. We want to go here. We want something that's a radius of 5. Right there, so a bronze upgrade. Not too bad to make. So we're going to head downstairs. One thing, I'm not sure where I left. I think I may have left. I need to break this portal. I think I may have left it in the Nexus, as I was saying. Let's check that real quickly. Because I don't want to deal with it if I didn't. Let's see. Not in there. Not in there. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't. I threw it in the ME system. Because that would be the best, most ideal of everything. Alright, if we head down here, let's just check. We don't want to encode it. We want to just go the upgrade for a bronze upgrade. And do I not have bronze? Alright, Tinker's Alloy. Or let's search Tinker's Alloy. Bronze dust. Okay, so now we need a ME. One of these, blank pattern, begin. Bronze dust. So encode that. Alright, bronze. Wonder if I can craft this now. Begin. Got 4. Perfect. Head up here, smelt it, and I can't wait until we get an automatic smeltery set up. Not even, just an automatic smelting, macerating, everything system set up so that click a button and everything's there on its way. Alright, that should be good. We can finish the rest off later. So that goes in there, and bronze upgrade. Perfect. So now we can swap out that upgrade in the Nexus, which actually makes things a lot better because that was a huge upgrade and that planter was probably looking everywhere, every which way to plant things. Now, again, for the guys who keep telling me, stop using this view in your videos, I'm sorry, but the view, bat view is fantastic and bat view is needed sometimes. And by that I mean bat view is very constantly needed. So, it makes my life as recording, fitting through everything a little bit easier. You guys should appreciate that. There we go. We're going to place this basic upgrade in there as well, but that should be good. So you can see this guy is now filling up. But how do we want to deal with all this? So I was kind of thinking, do we have barrels in this pack? So we've got these barrels right here from spruce wood barrels. We got all these different kinds of barrels. And I'm pretty sure, do they? No, maybe not. It's from factorization, but I think the biggest barrel is pretty big. Clearly. We're going to leave the barrels alone, actually, for right now. But what I want to do is I want to get one of these things set up. They're called item ducts. And let's go teach it how to impulse opaque. Impulse item ducts. Well, I need to... There we go. So we need to teach it how to make some item ducts. I think I'm going to go with the clear item ducts. So let's head back and teach the guy how to do it. Because stuff like teaching is great. Alright. So we need to make another... Oh no! Power source hates me. I really need to figure out a better power source because we're using the same power source for absolutely everything. So it can get pretty frustrating. So we need to power that up. Teach it ME blank pattern. I'm going to tell it to create 10 for us. What's it missing? Glass. Uh-oh. Glass, the epitome of everything because nobody wants to smelt glass. Okay, let's see. Do I not have sand anywhere? I thought I had a plethora of sand. I could be wrong, though. There's that. Huh. I I'm guessing not. I was kind of hoping. Oh, there's some. 32, so we can wait for that to smelt. And as that's smelting, let's head downstairs. We're going to continue crafting, or auto-crafting everything, telling everything how to auto-craft. Place that in there. Place that in there. So we need ME. We're going to grab 2 of these blank patterns. Then we're going to head over here. And we're simply going to tell it how to auto-craft these opaque. So there we go. And please don't tell me. Item. Oops, this has to go into this guy, right. Item. Let's see. Awesome. Let's tell it to craft another 10. What's it missing? Glass, no. Oh, okay. Perfect. So now that we have 60, we need autonomous activators. So autonomous, or not autonomous activators, pneumatic servos. These guys. I'm going to teach this guy how to make a pneumatic servo. Glass. There we go. Encode. Encode. Take that. Place that in there. And pneumatic servos. We got 1, but we want many more. There we go. Alright, so now we're ready. Actually, we need a wrench as well. Let's see, my wrench in here? Where does my wrench go? There we go. Wow, that's a fast way of making a small little wrench. Alright, back into the Nexus now. And this is how this thing's going to work. We're going to run a item duct from the bottom of this guy. The guy supplying us with the, or holding the items for us. So we're going to tell it, hey, I want you to run parallel this way. I'm going to run you directly the same route as your other guy. And not misplace you, though. And I'm going to run you right up to there. Alright, so I'm going to keep this level, though. I don't know why I didn't think to jump up earlier. Alright. And then I'm going to tell it that in the pneumatic servo, I want it to say to the guy, hey, bro, install that. I want you to say to him, hey, bro, only transfer items on the blacklist. And the items on the blacklist would be this. And it's going to go blacklist that. And I want you to only transfer items on the blacklist. So if we head over here. Wait a second. Oh, it did work. Yep. It's just taking a second to transfer over, which is fine. So it is working. And so that's how we're going to tell it to do that. Simple, simple fix. Very, very easy. You guys can see right there. Everything is done super easily. So now it's going to re-go back to planting everything. And getting that joy back into this. So what I had kind of in store and in plans in the back of my head as I was doing all this was I want to expand out this room a little bit. And I want to make it into a much larger little room. Now my hammer somehow disappeared. And I guess I have 2 larger oak wooden barrels already. What if we do this just for fun? Let's place it right. Right now, we'll place it right there. Wrong item. And actually, what if we move this guy? Uh-oh, what happened to the chest? Obsidian chest was right there, so it's going to go like that. And I'm going to throw a pneumatic servo right into here. I'm going to say just for this end, so I think it's different for each end. I want to just transfer up an oak. So just for this top end. On this bottom one? Perfect. So I'm going to blacklist that. So whenever wood comes in here, it should transfer the oak straight up to it. And if it's not oak, it should go straight down into here. Meaning we're still going to store our large amounts of everything else. But we don't. Wait a second. You know what? This guy needs to be flipped there. And needs to be redstone powered off. So that's going to tell it to go. Perfect. Exactly what I want to see. So everything should be in a nice little loop circle of whatnot. There's apples. And there's that. So maybe we'll move this chest. We'll place a normal one in there. And flop everything around now that we have this set up. And we'll use that obsidian chest for something else later. Let's make a regular chest. My idea is start flowing randomly and then I'm like, oh, this makes more sense to do at times. Cool. Alright, so what I kind of want to do now is I want to move and remove this wall on each side and push it back one or two, just so that we can have it. So that's going to be a little bit of a project right here. Just moving it back a little bit. The reason I want to do this is so that the trees have a little bit more room to grow and everything will be great. You can see the leaves, or the machine's going very crazy with it, which is awesome to see. And I do like that. Alright, let's get rid of all this stuff. And we're going to move it out one little block, which is not bad. And then after that, I'm going to build these sub-rooms off of this main room once we have room to. So much rooms. And that's where we're going to have the other farms. So this side you guys can see is already made that way. This side here is not. So we're going to have to remove all this stuff here. And we're going to ignore what's going on here. And we're just going to move everything back one. Which is not too bad. I've done worse things. Alright, so including this here, everything gets moved back one block. And for now we're going to keep it ugly. Don't see a need in making it all purty at this precise moment. Alright, so this here. And this there. And am I out of obsidian? I am. Alright. So this is going to go like that. And it's nice to see that this guy is running the way we want it to, because I haven't been used to it running. It's been kind of slow lately, constantly shutting off because it hates us and because it was out of space. But now that we've got this large barrel, as well as pretty much all the space management we need with it, we should be good to get things going and much larger scale. So I'm really working now. I'm going to get rid of this other wall. I'm going to finish things up. And then I'm going to start planning out where I want to put my items and my other rooms. So I'll be right back again. So I got everything and I got the areas I want. So there they are. So we're going to make this one a 4. But technically it's going to come and then it's going to open up here to a 4. I want a center piece in it. And this side's not really even. So maybe we'll patch one of these up. And I know it's not really even, but we'll just compensate because of that. We'll say, hey, that side doesn't have as much. Alright, so that makes our lives a little bit less stressful when it comes to building this room. So here, the room's going to be sort of like this. And it's going to be similar to the other one. Similar to this, except it's going to be for completely different kinds of drops. So wait a second, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. on each side. And is that counting? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then 1, 4. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we go. So that is the room that we are going to be building ourselves here. So that means we're going to go like this. And nope, we're not out of cobble. I was about to say, we'd better not be out of cobble. And the room's actually going to be open, I think. I want to just leave it the way it is, like so. And now, once we have it here, like that, perfect. All we have to do is place in the middle here, planter and some of dirt. So that means we need to go find the dirt. Which is actually the struggle at first. Now, why aren't you running? You should be running. Can this thing not accept it? Nope, doesn't look like the thing can accept and transport that. So I'm telling it to collect the leaves, though, and you guys will see why in a little bit. Alright, obsidian chest for now. We'll go... Oh, shoot. Where'd that go? What happened to that obsidian chest? Okay, we'll leave that the way it is. And, let's not mess with it. That's a good plan. Alright, so that should be good, though. We're going to place that in there. Alright, so let's go see what we can shut this guy from shearing leaves off. Alright, so let's see. What do we have in here that I'm looking for? Dirt. There's some. In here, any dirt? In here, any dirt? Yeah! Alright, that should be enough dirt for this room over here. Alright, let's place the dirt in here. And there we go. I was about to say, that better not be all the dirt that we brought, because I don't want to deal with that. The center should be just about right there. This should be the center. So then we'll go like that. We'll say, planter, you go right here. And then over here, we'll place the harvester. That means behind it, we'll have to place a chest. That's not too bad. So then we need to hook these two guys up. So let's build this underneath. And the first way to hook it up, we're going to go energy, just like so. Connecting over to this guy. Let's see. Whoops. Let's get rid of this bottom one. And that bottom one. Place that there. And the energy is going to go straight up here. Wait, no, it goes right here, straight up. So then we're going to tell it to actually just loop right there. I'm going to go, hey, would you just loop around there, take a quick little detour? Thanks, bud. And that's because when we place a chest behind it, we're going to place a chest right here, and that's where we want these guys to come in. So we're going to say, you run this way, and here, and that way, and then the chest goes right there, so that's good, that's good. So let's go make that chest. We'll eventually upgrade it, but for now we should be fine. I mean, I don't think I'm going to have to run into any upgrading issues at this precise moment. And that's what I said yesterday, and then I log on and I'm not fine, but It's fine. We've got everything auto-crafted, so we should be good. Why are you not going? Oh, maybe it doesn't want to go. There's that. And then there's that. And then we're going to say, pneumatic servo, you're going to go right into there. Then we're going to tell you for blacklist, you're going to be off. And you should be good. Alright, so what we're going to blacklist in there are these guys. We're going to take barley and we're going to plant the barley in there. So we're going to say, barley, I want you to be on the blacklist. So, not that one. Oh yeah, it's back here, back into this. So it's going to go right there. Open that. And barley seeds will be on the blacklist. Or on the whitelist. Sorry, well, I said that whole thing wrong. The whitelist. Alright, so if we plant this, that should be able to be planted now. And we need to grab ourselves... Oh, we have a bucket of water. Perfect. There we go. So that should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So that one water should be able to harvest and hold everything. So now we need to get a 4 upgrade to expand its radius, which is not too bad. So last guy right here, upgrade. We're going to tell it we need this copper upgrade, another one. Or before we needed a bronze upgrade, now we need a copper upgrade. You're out of power. Alright, copper, or no, we're going to go right here. Copper. There we go. Copper upgrade. And that harvester will grab that other upgrade that's in here, the emerald, for the harvester, because I believe that's 11 back. Only thing is I just hope it doesn't harvest. I have a feeling it's going to harvest the crops behind it, which I don't want it to do. So we might have to swap what side everything's on to stop that from happening, because what I'm saying is if we throw the harvester, place it right here, well, it might just start harvesting blocks behind it. Those right there, unfortunately. Oops, we put them in the wrong places. That goes there. This goes there. Let's see as it starts to go. There we go. You, sir, please don't harvest behind you. And we'll not have a problem. Alright. Alright, I think that's the other guy. Alright guys, well that seems to be good, what we've got going. I got some nice cool things continued. We'll make our last room after this, or next episode, and I got some nice collection. I got a bunch of cool things I want to do. So yeah guys, I think I'm going to end this here. If you guys enjoyed, could you please leave a rating, let me know how I did, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.